Hello there. This music's just like a early 2000s anime intro, or I don't know. I don't know exactly. Not an anime connoisseur. Just kind of reminds me of something like, I don't know, Cowboy Bebop era. Maybe more video gaming. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hi, it's me, Scott. Check out my cool mug. I feel like I had a very productive day yesterday. Don't know if today's going to be a productive day either. I'm going to have an exciting lunch though, so that's what matters. So what I want to try to do, let's switch here. I added a button for paste up. It's slower than I would like it to be, probably because Unsplash doesn't really want you to do what I'm doing. Because it's like, I think we're like resizing on the fly using their API endpoint, which I'm not sure they necessarily want you to do, but let's find some wallpaper we like. Not into it. And then we're gonna try. So built the drawing robot based on some Thingiverse plans. It's pretty good. It's not great, and I think part of the problem is rigidity. At least that's what I'm telling myself. And I don't know. Some of the parts seem like overly complicated in a way that, in my mind, makes them not print very well. And then that just makes things worse in terms of rigidity. Or like slows down the print or whatever. I mean, that's just my amateur assessment, is that the parts could be simpler, maybe a little stronger, maybe with tolerances addressed a little bit. So the issue is that these parts were posted as STL files, which is common. Those are essentially 3D meshes, and I would like them to be solid bodies like you'd use in CAD to do work on. And there are mechanisms to try to go backwards, but it's essentially lossy, right? You start with these solids that are solid forms, conceptually solid forms, I guess, and then you turn them into a mesh to make an STL, and you're losing fidelity. That's just the nature of it. And so I did play a little bit with trying to go backwards, and I just wasn't very happy with any of the results. And I need more fusion practice anyway, and some reverse engineering practice probably wouldn't hurt, so I thought I'd give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I might be vastly overestimating my meager Fusion 360 skills. Vastly. I'm not finding anything I like today. You just start using Stable Diffusion for wallpaper. If you're on the Discord, you saw the nightmare of Stable Diffusion purple kayak monsters I posted late into the night. I just was inspired to. What can I say? Okay, let's just go with this. So, okay. Here's the deal. We've got this. Look at that weird UI lag. Not good. So let's insert a mesh. And the mesh we want to insert is this top clamshell v4. And you're just going to see that it's pretty gross. You're going to see it. So let's try to like center it up. That doesn't look very centered. Let's try to put it on the ground. I believe this is in millimeters, but we will have to take some measurements to really be sure. Okay, so here's the model that we have, which has lots of like bevels. It's got this logo, and I don't know, I will say it feels like a jerk move to remove the logo, but I'm gonna remove the logo because it prints on the bottom side and it just doesn't turn out well, and I don't like it. I don't know, for something that I don't want to be too critical of this because this person made this and they shared it, but like they shared it as kind of like, oh, this is an open hardware project, and it's kind of like you didn't really make it seem that way. Maybe that was a bad thing to do. Maybe that made things worse. So, it's not terrible as things go in terms of the mesh, it looks like there's a weird tessellation's pretty weird. So so the critical features really on this piece are really just 4 screw holes with the right height here and these little snappy slots for the linear bearings. Like, that's all that's really critical on this. And there's extra detail that I don't quite understand and so on and so forth. And we do, you know, it does come up a bit more than halfway up. So I don't know. We're just going to start on this, I think, and just kind of see how it goes. But it would probably be wise to just at least make sure that we are somewhere in the ballpark. Can I not snap that to the grid? You would think that you could. But what do I know? I mean, I'm really just looking to see if I'm like orders of magnitude off. So that's 3 inches. I would believe that. So I have one here. I mean, obviously I have the one on the robot, but I have another print here. Because I've did this thing 7 billion times. Get out the fancy Mitutoyo calipers. Definitely one of the tools on the list that is too fancy for me. I mean, fancier than I require. It's not too fancy for me. It's just the right amount of fancy. It's what I like. I like to feel like, yeah, this is a tool. We're just gonna have this tool forever. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting 3.01. So it's like 16. That's like 30. So we're at like 0.015 inches off, which is not insubstantial, but it is a 3D print. So I would believe it. So anyway, it does at least seem like the units are correct. I'm almost certainly going to have to also do the bottom of this just to make sure things actually do align. I think that's okay. So you can see something kind of immediately that's funny is like it's so close to just actually being 3 inches by what, 4 inches? It's so close to just being 3 by 4. It's pretty weird. The reason for that is it's slightly more because it's actually in millimeters, and that the millimeter measurement would make a little more sense. Would be my assumption. No, millimeter measurement makes even less sense. That axis seems about right. This axis seems really strange. So that's a question. Like, if I'm going to be redoing this, like, I'm definitely a person that would tend to want this to land somewhere sane. Like, my inclination would be to just say it is whatever, 75 millimeters by 100 millimeters or whatever, rather than a weird measurement that it is, which is like 76 and some change and 100 and some change. Dare I? I think I do dare. But that's okay. That's stuff that we can hopefully if we do this, I'm not going to say do it right. I'm going to say more like do it not horribly, because I don't know that I can do it right. Okay, so let's start a sketch. And I really want just the body here as a reference, but okay, let's have a center rectangle. And I want to be quite clear. I've never studied CAD, so it's just not really something I know. It's been something I've sort of slowly been teaching myself, but so what do we want to do? I really don't want to make it this dumb size that I don't like. I want to make it a good size that I do like. like 75 by 100 would make sense to me. That doesn't mean we have to necessarily change anything major about the internal features. I mean, 76 by 101 just seems so silly. More like 102. $77 by 102. It almost makes it seem like it started. That's sort of what it looks like, right? Like that it started at 75 by 100, and then at some points, like they added some feature that added a millimeter to both sides. That's what it looks like, to me anyway. Okay, that's not actually on the surface plane, which is annoying, I'm realizing. Can I move this now, or does it just eyeball it? Moving is a complicated process, because that's going to move it also in. Yeah, that's not what I want. I mean, it's not really a complicated process, it's just I don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to move this body. The origin point, is that truly the center of this object? Kind of looks that way. Turn off my sketch. And I want to move that to here. Does that actually seem correct? I'm going to say yes. Okay. Now we need to locate some holes. And again, my assumption is going to be that these holes are located on some sane way, although it already looks like that's not true. Maybe right here. So I don't know if there's some convention for this, like where people say like, oh, the lower left is going to be the reference and then you create from there or whatever. I kind of think that's sort of true, because it seems like you go up, like you want to go positive X and positive Y. So it looks to me like this point is here, right? And if I wanted to make a pattern of those points to do, wait, no, I want to be in my sketch still. And I want to make a rectangular pattern of this point. And I only want 2 of them. And they should be this should be a number that makes sense. Like 67, I think makes sense there. And by makes sense, I mean just like an integer value. That seems reasonably sane. Who's talking to me? And make that 92. And again, that seems sane. Like if we look at where this lines up with what eventually became the mesh, it looks not bad. And those numbers just make sense. It makes sense that a human would have done this. So that gives us those locators, which is good. And we really could like round this now. Do we want to do that? I don't know. I don't know the answer. And as far as those holes, do I want to use hole, like the hole operation, or do I want to use an extrusion? What's tricky about this, the way these features work is it's like a bool, or it's like an extrusion and then there's a bool on top that cuts out there, so it's like 2 features on one. But we do need that. We need that radius. Look how gross this is. Like, I mean, it's fine. It just looks like somebody going in and like, it's hard to say. It was like, is that from the STLification? It doesn't look like it. It looks like somebody just added a bevel to this edge or something, and it just ate into that. So, kind of makes me think, really, that we want to try to figure out. The inner diameter is based on a screw clearance hole, so we'll do that as a whole later. For this, though, what do we think this is? Like, what was the logic that went into this? Doesn't look like... Looks sadly kind of arbitrary. I mean, my inclination would be to make it a little bit smaller because I don't like the way in the current print that it eats into the wall of the that it eats into the wall of this dude where the bearing goes. So that seems okay. So here's a question. Can I now do this and also select this and have... So, okay, apparently I can. A little confused by that. Okay, and let's go ahead, I guess, and round these. By round, I mean fill it. Did that work? Where is it? Was it exactly 5 millimeters? It was so accurate I couldn't even see it. Great. Terrific. So, I mean, this stuff seems like the easy stuff. It really is the big dudes that are more concerned. So that seems okay. And then we'll have some height of this thing, right? Like, there's another word for this. I don't know what it's called. Like offset plane, offset face, offset. I don't really know. I don't know why. I mean, extrusion is what I think of this operation as. In my mind, it's an extrusion. Okay, so how thick are you? 4 millimeters actually seems like the number, right? And then we do want to extrude our little dude up. Our little, these little hockey pucks. This is the thing I'm just not very sure of. Like, what's the right thing to do here? Like, should I do this operation 4 times? Or should I do it once and then duplicate that? I don't know. Okay, so this is going to be another thing. Is that actually 7? Sadly, it looks like it is not. It looks like it's going to be 6.75 or something like that, which is lame. Oops. Oh, come on. Weird that seems to taper off the edge. Like 8? 5? 8.25? Not a fan of that. The issue is this is a somewhat critical dimension because this is going to determine the height of our buddy. Am I actually referencing this properly? Like, it does seem a little low. See how it doesn't actually look flat? It makes me feel like there's... the STL is to blame. So that's a dimension that worries me, gotta say. I probably want this as a join. So what do we want to do? Gosh, and they look really inconsistent from side to side. That's worrisome. That's why this thing doesn't close very well. I'm going to call it 7. Because something goes up to 7. Well, what I don't actually know is, like, what is the expected height of the two of these when put together? I don't know. So we're going to figure it out. So that gives us this. Looking cool. Looking cute, feeling cute. So now we can put our holes, I guess. And this does the thing. I don't know quite how I feel about it, really. Wait, did I not? I need the... Who's the target body? You are. And I want to put holes in you. And we want to go to there. These holes are a little big. So I think we want a counter bore. And I think we want these to be clearance holes for an M3 screw. Is that the right? That is a socket head cap screw M3 fit normal. Right? Do I care about that? Not really. The thing that actually looks like that's a strength concern, right? Like, probably don't want that deeper than 2 millimeters, even if that means those stick up. Like the counter bore depth is 3 millimeters. It's only 4 millimeters thick. Or those could just sit on top. It would not actually bother me that much. Kind of interesting. Cool if you could go back and make adjustments there. Well, I mean, the main annoying thing really is having to weed that after the fact, but let's just ignore that for the moment. Okay, well, we got this. We're doing great. Everybody's doing great. So, kind of want a big hole in the middle so it's easier to do I want the little bevel they have? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's like it, in theory, adds some strength. I don't know. They're good or bad. It does make the whole thing squishy. We'll do it for now. I don't know how I Looks classy, right? So, okay. So, yeah, these are the easy parts, obviously. The part that is more of a concern. Gosh, it's weird. So, what I think I'm gonna do is just pull up what looks to be like the profile of that. Oh, bool is definitely a weird one. Okay, I don't exactly know, but here's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna, again, just sort of like going with the assumption that a human did this and that humans like grids and round numbers and so on. It really is hard to tell exactly with all the beveling, but I don't know that it's that critical. I mean, you could see where this line is here, although it does not match this line here, which is weird. Like, again, my instinct is going to be to go with the grid, though that doesn't really seem quite right. What really is going to matter is the center point of this thing, actually. So, is it fair to say what is the center point? Is a perhaps valuable question. Because unfortunately, well, that's a bummer. I just kind of hoped that one of these, like this tessellation, would have happened such that I could tell what the center was. Okay, so I think actually the thing to do then instead is not this. And I think it's to make a sketch on this plane. How are we going to find this center point? Is this it? Sure looks like it. Now I would expect this diameter to be a little weird, because it is like a snappy fit. Maybe it's just exactly 15 millimeters. Okay, that looks pretty good, I'm gonna say. And then we have that diameter, and we have this diameter, which is just 11 millimeters. So that's actually not too bad. And really looking at it, a 2-point rectangle. Why does this happen to me sometimes? Fusion will just kind of decide like, you can't click there. So looking at it, that actually looks like most of what we need. So maybe this could be famous last words, but at a glance, these look like maybe 2 millimeter. Well, how about that? It kind of looks like you want to cut there. I don't really like this, not. Why is that? The grid lines just seem a little wonky. Oops. What I was just thinking is like, we're gonna try to cut that out. I mean, just trying to pick the place that makes the most sense to kind of truncate that, which is probably not really there. Maybe it is. That means you're just sort of I guess you'd really kind of want to do it where there's an intersection if you're going to choose to. Like there. What I'm doing now, I'm really not sure if it's the right answer. It's just not really. Are you on that? How did I miss that? I'm sure I could do this with constraints. Actually, probably the way to do it. But I just wanted to see like if I could identify, oh, there's some obvious place that the original designer would have used. I mean, from that perspective, it really could be here. Like it really matters that much. Because this is just like a little retaining doodad, right? So, as far as like what is the right way to not really where I should have put that, is it? Should have made a plane that was offset from here. but I don't know that I can. I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's gonna be a little weird because I'm gonna essentially be saying like, yeah, start extruding in some arbitrary place and then have a good time. I think it would have been better here. How can I do that, though? Like, can I make a offset plane from here that is, okay, I can. So what did we say though? Forgot. This 51 because we decided it was 102 wide, I guess. Yeah, probably should have made some variables for that. And then we want to redefine sketch plane as here. How does that look? Pretty good. Pretty freaking good, I think. Okay, so I don't know so the way to like make this and then mirror it, or really what's the the best strategy. Because I do need to bool this ring out of the whole thing. I mean, out of the whole Because I don't know what I'm doing, my silly inclination is to just like on this sketch plane do the exact same thing again. Or I guess I could clone the I don't know actually. Okay, well, let's try this one step at a time. So we know we want this thing. And we know we want it extruded back somewhere. Looks like 27.5. That looks quite good. I don't understand this little inset at all. At all. And I don't like it. That's how I feel about it. I guess we make this a new body. And then plan to bool it later. Like 1 millimeter. That looks right. This little detail is so weird though. It makes more sense to me. I mean, I've got to bool that out anyway, right? So probably what makes more sense actually. Okay, I think I'm gonna reconsider this. Because I think my inclination is to just like initially just take this whole dude back. Whatever I said it was, 27.5. And then bool based on offsets. So in other words, then say like, now I need to take this back 20 negative. Well, I mean, obviously this could just be a there to there with a cut. And have the object selected. So I have that thing. And then I'm going to pick this. And go back to here. So I think we want to offset to object, but I want to offset on this side too. Is that 2 millimeters or 1 millimeter? How thick is their little tab? Actually, it looks like 2 on this side and 1 on this side. How correct does that look? It's correct-ish. No, that's not true. The little hole goes all the way through, effectively, right? Like the little hole goes all the way through. It's the big hole that has the offsets. So really, now how I have 3 profiles selected. That's the big hole, and the big hole has these offsets. And then independently of that, we have the little hole. But the little hole is a simpler dude. Right? Well, but we decided, right, I think we want to do this U-shape thing. So I think we do actually want this and this as well. True or false? That makes that pretty weird. But maybe that's still okay. Something seems not quite perfectly aligned about that. Okay, well, I did something very wrong. What did I do? I think that's okay. I think that's a simpler version of this. And maybe makes that little tab a little stronger. Then we do want to radius all this, which is maybe going to cause a mess. Maybe. What does that do? We fillet this. Was 2 millimeters the right number? It's funny because it doesn't really do what I want it to do. Like, it's just happening in the wrong place now. That could still be okay. Is it? Hard to tell, actually. I think it is. 1 millimeter. There. I think that's what matters. And then we could build this independently. Maybe you can also be a millimeter or two. I don't like that geometry very much. But that, I feel like that's the gist of it. I feel like we're conforming where we're supposed to be conforming. I don't know what this little clearance thing is. Maybe it's cosmetic. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be necessary. Uh-oh, that didn't also bool. Can I cut more objects? Convenient. Okay. Still looks very silly, but I think that is what's going on here. Doesn't really seem necessary to do that. This, I mean. But how could you avoid it? I mean, you could avoid it by having multiple extrusions for the upper and lower part, I mean. But I don't know that I care very much. Okay, is this right? And then we have to cut this out, but I think we'd want to clone it first. Right? So I think we're maybe gonna have problems with our rectangular pattern with the way I've done this, actually. Unless I choose, that's where I'm a little worried. Like, I could say like, oh, it just goes back a little further. But do I have clearance for that? Before I hit the bearings. The issue being it's not symmetrical right now. Now, I could probably mirror it. I do like 2 mirrors. Do both? I don't think so. Good to do that. Now, annoyingly, it didn't mirror the booliness, which is a sad story. How could I do that? I want to include the bool. Actually, looking at this, it almost seems like I have something wrong. Because my diameter, I'm gonna delete this for now. Guess it is lower. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so how do I mirror including bool? Wait, what did I do? Uh-oh. Yeah, you go away. I don't think you can... I don't think this is true. How do I know where that goes? Is that right? Wow, on the first try? Amazing. But I don't think it's gonna... Yeah, that doesn't... Look, I have to have... There has to be a sane way to do this, right? I mean, unless what I have to do is like... And how would you do this? Like, mirror... I don't know that I don't know that I can use mirror here. It'd be very handy, but I just don't know that I can do it. Be very, very handy indeed. Like, I could just mirror the sketch, but what's the right way to do this? I mean, one option is to just not even include that footprint in the original. That's actually probably the easiest thing that I could do. Which gets a little hard to imagine with the how can I even do this? Let's see. So I want to reference a body that's like reference an operation that happens way in the future. Cool. Like what I'm thinking, I don't know if this is a good idea, is that I mean, I guess I could take this sketch way back in time. Maybe. Perhaps not. Why can't I move anything back in time? Oh, I save this, huh? So, oh, you want to read only here? It's because I have the hobby version, and you can only view. Oh, how do you do it? There's a way to say, like, just show me everything that's editable. And then uneditable them. Like, what is this? why I suddenly can't move things through time. Seems weird. Anyway, what I was thinking is like, oh, maybe I can find a way to take a sketch with me back in time. Basically, let's do that. But then I want to like take that sketch with me through the ages, all the way back to here. From sketch 5 to extrude 3. Oh, well, that's silly because it's just because it references that. Good heavens. I just want to see it. I mean, could just guess. That would be silly, but could just guess. Okay, let's go back in time to here, where we can at least see this. Can we make some decisions here about how we do that? Like, how did we even decide? I don't know. Well, we decided from there, I guess. A little tricky, gotta say. Which sketch is this? The sketch anything? I don't think so. Okay, what is the least obnoxious way to do this? I really don't understand why some of these things I can't take back. Like, why this offset plane? Why is that somehow critical? Why couldn't I have done that a long time ago? Like, here. And then for here, to just delete this, and that's going to make you mad, but that's okay. Then we'll redefine your sketch plane as this one, and you're happy. But why can't I move that? I mean, presumably I can move this way later. I feel like it, right? And I can move these. I can't. Why? Don't understand. I mean, you can be as late as you want, apparently. Okay, I'm definitely making this complicated, but kind of annoyed. really don't understand why. Is that like a thing that I just don't know? Don't get it. Well, so to summarize, what I was hoping to do is just like carve the, just don't even extrude that as part of the original sketch. But I need to be able to reference it. Like, I guess, can I do something like this? And then do something like this, but then go back and delete the constraints. You know? I don't think I did it. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, 2 extrude 3. That's what I was trying to remove. You know, like I want to just say like, don't. Just want to get rid of all. Is that what that is? Were those all collinears or something? Like, what is this? Huh. Oh. How do I make this not... Is it you? What is it about you that is dependent on that sketch? Like, what... You know? What is it? That it? How about now? You dog. What? What are we doing? Okay. I don't know what that means. I want that gone. Whatever that is, I want it gone. Get it out of here. Oh, but I still kind of want the line. Not good. Well, we did somehow manage to keep that. Not, Oh wait, can I see the width of that? I can. Oh, do I just not need this? I didn't know it would let me. Hold on. Edit this sketch. Can I see? No, I can't. I can't see it. But with this dumb sketch, can I? I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. Sketch seems to have nothing in it anymore. What have I done? Okay. This is just, I'm sure this is obvious in some way. I'm certain that it is. Just don't know how to do what I want to do. It's very frustrating, gotta say. You know? I'm gonna just measure that. Seems silly. Why in the world is that like that? That's unnerving. Don't like that. Why? Why? Okay. Well, I'm just not going to talk about that. So you're 22 wide and what was it? 27 and a half deep? I measure from... I don't think I can. I think I have to put like a vertical line in the middle of that. So annoying. Okay, is there really not a sane way to do this? Also, it really does concern me that that was so... that measurement was so weird. Why would that be true? Also weird. I'm going to do this from this axis, but... should be horizontal, but I also want you to be collinear. And I do want you to be exactly 12.5. And then the width thing is going to be a little weird because I do want that to be a very specific distance. So can I do just like a distance between here? Get back in there. At the middle of this circle? What exactly is that the... That's right, could I answer this? Okay, this feels so silly. I really don't understand this, gotta say. And like the center of this rectangle is a little weird. I feel like my order of operations is kind of effed up now. Like you should be concentric around here, right? Why aren't you? Is this point not good enough for you? Right? Like why is this particular circle not, if this point is fully dimensioned, I feel like it is, why is everybody mad? This is the thing I'm definitely not good at in Fusion, is like getting things, I feel like, fully pinned down to where they're supposed to be. So let's try this again. I just want a reference line here, right? So this circle, if I want to dimension you, am I not in the sketch anymore? This circle. Should be 21.5. $8.5. Why is that not set in stone now? Okay. Right? Like why, what am I missing here? Why is this not perfectly dimensioned? Oh, is it because, let's think about this again. I'm back up a little bit here. Okay. Get rid of all these other. So we have this. Can I not dimension something relative to, I guess not. Okay. So what do I do? Just like this. And then now can I have this? Dimensioned there. Oops. Come on, buddy. But I feel like that wasn't right. Why? 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 Why is that not set in stone? Okay, I actually have to go soon. I don't understand. I truly don't. Like, if we're measuring this relative to, I'm just gonna make a new thing just to see, because there must be. It feels like there's just something fundamental I'm missing about dimensioning things. So, like, I thought that if I have something that is set in stone, like this, and this, that this, oh, but this doesn't have a set radius. How did I lose my radius? Is that my problem? I see. That's my problem. Okay. So, oof. I redraw this and like try to make it correct. So you're 11. Oh, all these numbers are off in a way that's really bothering me. You're 15. That's all concentric, so that should be good. The height of this, we think, is 12.5. Excuse me. How do you do the thing that says like? Okay, what is the width of this? 22. But so the issue is like the distance of this, I think, is actually our problem now. So we can say, how do we say we're collinear? So that fixes that and fixes that. And How do we set... Okay. I do have to go very soon. So, but then there's... So what do we... How do I say that this object here, like, I don't really know how to do that. Like the midpoint of this line. Okay. Like what's the right thing to do here? Like this point in this line, can I do that? That seems good. And then this upper line should be collinear with that. That seems good. So I have a width here. It's just like the distance of the center of this guy, I feel like is my real issue. Like, why? Oops. Geometry's over constrained. What am I missing? Like I want... This seems like not the way to do this. But I don't know how to do it otherwise. Okay, well now we've constrained that all to hell. We still didn't solve the real problem we're trying to address, but hey. So, great. If we could just yeah, have that footprint in this sketch, I think we'd be fine. I mean, we now know that we're 21 away. We know the dimensions now, I guess, that we're 21.5 off center and 22 wide, which seems lame. And then however deep it was. So what was it? 22 wide and 21.5 off center. Is that really right, or did I accidentally move something? Seems okay. It's frustrating because there's just obviously a better way to do this. Obviously. So what did we say? This is 27.5 and this is 22. And we just need the distance from the midpoint here. Come on, draw this just somewhere else. Okay, we have this. I actually don't want you to be construction, but now I do want to add a construction line to the middle. Okay. We want the distance from here. We need, good heavens. The distance from here to where? To be 21.5. And we want this and this to be collinear. Is that good enough? Is that actually correct? Appears to be. So all of that silly effort was just so we could, on this initial extrusion, not include that. And now we need to, I guess we do want to make that a rectangular pattern. Which I don't really know the right way to do that. Or do we actually just want to mirror it? I think mirror seems easier, right? And now mirror this. And now when we do this extrusion, don't include these. What a pain in the butt. Okay. Well, how you like them apples, huh? And now we can mirror our friend. Mirror plane. And now we can mirror these friends. I don't know. That feels like not the right way to do things, but it's all I got for you. Uh-oh. Compute failed. Wait, what's wrong? Mirror two bodies on this mirror plane. Seems okay, right? So the only thing missing now at this point, I believe, is the... so where are we actually extruding these guys? Here. I think we need to now... Not really want to do this, but oh well. We want this to be a cut, but it needs to start well. Problem is, it needs to start wherever we said it needs to start. So where is that? And then the distance really needs to be to the top of this. I don't need to do it back here because this is where okay. Well, not quite. Let's start here. What do you think of that? So I can tell you right now, there's going to be some tolerance issues. Right? Like, no way that's just going to be perfect. Okay, but broadly speaking, just to look on the bright side, that... I mean, there's all these other holes and things in here for reasons. But I think broadly this is the thing. Like, generally speaking, we made a thing. What radius did we make that, by the way? 8.5. What if it wasn't so big? What if there was one in the middle also? What if that was true? I'm not really ready to consider that. Uh-oh. Well... we do have a problem, it turns out. Is our holes aren't cutting through where we want them to cut through, really. And move this into the future. Does that help? It's just like the things that need to be on in our holes. We need all the slots there too. The other object is to bool that first, I guess. Which is actually probably the right thing to do. So if we did like here. Okay, I really do have to go really shortly. Combined all these. And then we added our holes. Look at that. What do you think of that? It looks moderately accurate. Definitely some weird issues with the heights of these. I don't know, man. Those thicknesses seem better. I'm kind of questioning, like, do the little standoff buddies need to be that thick, but hey, that's just me. Okay. Does that count as a body? I don't know. I guess so. Okay, well, that didn't go super great, but it went okay. I think it went okay, right? We learned a lot. The order of operations thing, there's just stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. But maybe I'll try to 3D print this, see how bad it is. I mean, it generally looks like it should do. You know, it kind of looks like the thing. So I don't know. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, etc., etc. And yeah, maybe I'll print this and just see how bad it actually is. Until next time, bye, friends.